Welcome back to Studio 4 on Fast Time to Be. We're reviewing Jurassic World. Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Russell, roll a clip.
Welcome back to Fast Time to Be. I'm Willy B. I've got Tony back with me, and we continue as we move on to the next trilogy in this franchise, and that is the Jurassic World trilogy. And we start in 2015 with Jurassic World. We've got Colin Trevorrow in the director's chair, and then cast-wise, we get to see some heavy hitters like Chris Pratt, who was on a monumental run in the 2010s. We've got Bryce Dallas Howard. We've got Ty Simpkins. We've got Nick Robinson. The list goes on and on and on. Jeff Goldblum back, but yeah. We'll start with the good. And I like this movie quite a bit.
Out of the series, well, I guess out of the ones we've reviewed so far, where would you put it?
Third.
Third?
But we're talking the top four, or the first four movies, for sure. For me, the thing that I like most about this movie is that we get to see the park come to life. I think that was always a really cool, detail because...
Because they failed twice.
Well, Jurassic Park, twice, because Lost World, they were trying to get it to San Diego. So in the Jurassic Park movies, we never see the park open.
No, you just see that, obviously, it's in construction. Here's how it's laid out, and then obviously something fucks up.
Yeah. So I love the first sight we get of the park. You've got the epic center location with that building that is basically the visitor center, and then you got the store alleys, and then you got the pond where the Mosasaurus lives, and then you've got the T-Rex. What do they call it? The Tyrannosaurus Village or whatever, that's where the T-Rex paddock is. In a much more secure location than they did back in 1993. You've got like the gyrosphere, you've got the monorail, like just seeing this park alive and with people in it, I always thought was something really cool when I watched this movie back in 2015 for the first time, and every time I watched it, I just like seeing the park alive.
I do like seeing, like I said, the park as a whole, but how they kept the secret cage, I guess, or this yeah, I would just go to the secret cage of where they kept
the monster that they're building right now, the Morteeth, and the Indominus Rex brought to you by Verizon Wireless.
There. Yeah. Thanks, Verizon.
Yeah.
First you screwed me over on my dad, and now you do this.
Yeah. Terrible. But no, I agree. It's when they announced this movie, you're wondering where do you go next. Obviously, you have T-Rex, and you have multiple T-Rexes. Then you have Spinosaurus. So what's the next big bad? Where do you go from here? Giganotosaurus? Allosaurus? 3 T-Rex? Where do you go? And I think the route of genetically modified is cool to me. I think it goes too far in this franchise, but in this first one, when it's first introduced, I think it's more subtle. I think it's more interesting. I think it fits. How we get the characters too. I like the characters in this one. We've got Claire Dearing, played by Bryce Dallas Howard, is hosting her nephews for the weekend. Of course, it's the weekend where things go haywire. And then you've got Owen Grady, who's Chris Pratt. He's this raptor trainer.
Josh Allen 2.0. Looks like him a little bit.
That's fair. But they basically got a love thing going on. Like they were ex-flings. There's still something there. But I like the group of characters we get here. We get, Henry Wu back as the main lead scientist for this park. And, you've got to bring the nephews in to obviously create an extra layer of tension and fear, and we need to get them back type of things. But I like the characters we get in this world movie a lot, and the premise we get. They've got this genetically modified dinosaur that they modified so well that it's smarter than humans, and it sets the trap, it gets the door open, it busts through the door, and then from there it starts hunting for game. It's not even eating, it's killing all these dinosaurs for fun, which is just a terrifying thing to think about.
Yeah, now I guess Chris Pratt mentioned in there, like, the only thing that it knew, at least positively, was that hook. That hook brings its food. But everything else, humans, other dinosaurs, just a bigger area than just that cage. Like the world is literally at its literal claws. So
yeah,
I mean, it went out on a, like I said, it just pillaged the whole valley, and unfortunately the nephews had to get involved in there and everybody else. But
yeah, dude, the gyrosphere scene,
that was dope.
It's intense.
If that was something implemented at a park, I'd do that.
Oh, 100%.
But obviously, let's make the gyrosphere just a little bit stronger.
Well, I mean, the gyrosphere course isn't set in the Indominus Rex cage. It's because the Indominus Rex is out. So, like, I'm pretty sure this gyrosphere, you're just supposed to see a bunch of plant eaters.
But when the nephews got introduced to the Indominus Rex and they were in the gyrosphere,
dude, that'd be so
like it was
nightmare.
It was the Indominus Rex, and then what was that other animal called?
The one that it snapped. It killed right in front of them.
Yeah, like its tail hit the gyrosphere.
Yeah,
and it cracked it.
Yeah, I don't know the exact name of that dinosaur. I can picture it, but no, the Indominus Rex, just like you're talking about the one where it like
bit
the head off basically.
Yeah, but then it bit the sphere, then it shadowed the whole thing. But even when the gyrosphere was in the valley with all the herbivores, the herbivore obviously was able to do
I see what you're saying.
You know what
That's
I mean?
fair.
No, but what I had the inspiration for it, something I caught in the film was it's not InGen still, is it?
Mm-hmm. It's still InGen. Okay. Yeah.
So still inspired by John Hammond's little dream, whatever.
Yeah, they have a little statue for him in the plaza.
The new headman in charge said he wanted to bring a new attraction to it because I guess they were struggling with revenue.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but he wanted to bring something where it would cause adults to have nightmares.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting where they don't try to make it like, I don't know, not an apex predator, but just an absolute monster.
Yeah.
And like all the adaptations, or I guess the genomes and the DNA that it's swapped with, I put it down in my notes. Let's see where it is. They had cuttlefish DNA, which how it could hide in plain sight with camouflage.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously had the T-Rex's build, how it controls body temperature. When it fooled thermal cameras in its cage, it said that there was no thermal reading there, but all in all, it's probably just hiding in plain sight, just posted up on the wall somewhere.
Dude, they made the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, and then obviously
it had Raptor in it too.
But it didn't want to tell anybody.
Yeah.
Until we had that scene where Owen, which is Chris Pratt, is training all the Raptors. They meet up, everybody's there, and then the Raptors and the Indominus start talking to each other, and then like, oh.
Dude, that scene's intense too because like, I don't love that scene, but when the Raptor and the Indominus start communicating is like a big like, oh shit in this movie. Because that's when you realize like now you're not just hunting this monster, you're hunting this monster and 5 cold blood killers. Like,
yeah, it's tough.
So it creates a situation where you're just like, well, we'll chalk it up this week. We'll come back out next week.
Raptors got a new alpha.
That scene, that line, Raptors got a new alpha. That's like,
I'm calling it a day. He got some balls. That for sure.
But no, I like all the dinosaurs we're getting here. And once again, with the park being alive, like the mosasaur scene is really cool when they're in like the SeaWorld type seats and they watch it feed and then they sink under, and that stuff's cool. A scene I really like too. I don't, and we'll get into it in the minute, but I don't love how we get the lead up to it, but when the aviary is busted through and all of the flying dinosaurs are let loose, when we get back to the main part of the park and they're terrorizing the guests and the assistant that's watching the boys gets picked up and then taken to the water, and then the mosasaurus, like, dude, that's awesome.
Tough for that lady, but also you didn't do your job. Also, like I said, the nephews kind of ditched her multiple times because she was too busy trying to this isn't a family, screw her.
Yeah.
So tough for her, I see, but like that scene, I did like that.
Yeah, good scene. My favorite part of this movie is probably just the finale.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, I love seeing the park come to life. I enjoy all of this movie, but my favorite part is that finale where you've got the Raptors now coming at you, and Grady's kind of able to get back into Blue and say, "Help us," but then you get the line, "We need more teeth," and so you get a little homage to the original where she lights the flare and Claire starts running and she throws the flare at the Indominus Rex, and dude, the Indominus versus the T-Rex is such a cool showdown, and the way it ends with the Mosasaurus getting involved, it's a hell of a finale, dude. I mean, it's It's what you want.
You got to end with the top dog. Like, you need more teeth. You get the raptor involved. You get the T-Rex involved. Then the Mosasaurus to finish it off.
Yeah. And T-Rex, you get the roar. T-Rex is still king, man. Still king.
Can't knock a man off a pedestal.
No. He did his job. He got him to the water, and the Mosasaurus took care of business.
I think another thing I liked.
Well, that was like D Wade and LeBron little perfection.
Another thing I liked. I think Owen went in there to tell her that this monster you created that is now loose. Time to kill it. Do not try to use non-lethal force. Put that bitch down.
He's like, you're using non-lethals. He has $26 million invested in this thing.
That's $26 million. Excuse my friends, $26 million flux. We don't give.
Yeah.
You can make that back. If it kills anybody, you're
done for. Yeah.
So like, tough.
Yeah.
But how I think it was just surreal because like you were not in control because she thought obviously she had no empathy towards the animals. She just thought they were just animals. They were just money signs.
Yeah.
So seeing that and then hearing like the supporting music behind it is like you're not in control either.
Yeah.
As you can see.
I don't know how it's widely regarded how most people feel about it, but I do enjoy the business side of things. Like getting to see the background, seeing them back in that building when it's Lauren Lumpkis and I can't think of the guy's name. Lauren Lumpkis plays the girl. They're the two in the control center, and he has the dinosaurs, and he's wearing a Jurassic Park shirt. I enjoy seeing all of that go down and them talking, and then getting the behind the scenes and her taking these guys on meetings and stuff like that. I think that stuff's cool. But
I think it was funny. You're trying to put a move on her at the end. That someone has to stay behind.
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend.
I have a boyfriend. Oh, you never talk about him.
Oh, that worked. Oh, okay.
Poor guy. You feel bad for him,
Hey, try to be a trooper. It is what it is.
Yeah, he did his thing. He stayed back. But yeah, all in all, I mean, once again, the technical things, obviously effects, we're now in 2015. The effects are fantastic. I think the dinosaurs look amazing. Park looks amazing. Great cinematography. Just, once again, it's a very well done dinosaur film. Anything else in the good for you?
No.
Okay.
I don't have anything bad to say about it.
I don't have anything bad. I do have something in the meh, so we'll hop over to the meh. The fact that she's wearing her high heels throughout this whole movie. There's no way. And she's running them.
Woman power.
I mean, that's fair, but she's running from a T-Rex in high heels.
Some girls can master it, that's all I can say.
That's just...
Some girls can master it, and she was one. Like I said,
I couldn't even run from a T-Rex in Crocs.
She's a tough cookie. You saw she didn't take off her shirt, but she tied it up into a crop top, rolled up the sleeves. She talking about she's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
So I'm showing you ready to go.
Yeah.
And not in those shoes, you're not.
I don't know about that. He's right. Other than that, I mean, I don't really have much to complain about. This is another Jurassic Park movie I like quite a bit. Anything for you? Any meh?
Okay. I had none that I didn't dislike anything about the movie.
Okay. So we're going to hop over to our final thoughts and ratings. What do you want to leave off with Jurassic World, and what do you give it out of 10?
Jurassic World, in the series, it's not number 2.
Okay.
For right now. As soon as I don't get down there, but I'll give it in 9.
9 flat?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 9 flat as well. I think it's a very, very well done film. 14 years between this and the third one, and I think it had everything I was looking for when I was getting ready to watch this one at 16 when it came out.
Was it really 14 years?
Yeah, 2001 to 2015.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. The first two was 93 and 97.
Well, you gotta think we were born. I was 99.
I was 99.
We're both 99. So we didn't watch Jurassic Park 3 when it came out when we were 2 years old. We were both. I started watching the Jurassic Park movies pretty young, probably 5 years old. And still, that's 2004, so you're looking at that, and you're oh, it's only a 10-year gap. But when you really think of when the movies came out,
yeah,
it was a 14-year gap, yeah.
That is crazy.
But, yeah. That'll do it for Jurassic World. Tony, thanks for coming on. Thank you all for watching. If you like what you're watching, check out some other videos. Hit the subscribe button or follow the social links down below. Always appreciated. And we've got more Jurassic World coming your way, so stay tuned. We'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.